most criminal thing that ever could happen is people being thrown out in the streets from a building.
Is anybody familiar with the name Chuck D?
I come from a small town of Roosevelt, Long Island, and when I was growing up there during the time of R&B, that's Reagan and Bush, right? I couldn't understand, as I was going to school, all the boarded up cribs in my neighborhood with people living on the street.
Whose house?
Bobby's house!
Whose house?
Bobby's house!
We're getting ready to have another fight.
Yeah.
Okay? We took over my house last year. This year, I want to take over this neighborhood. I want my neighborhood back. We are
the 99%.
the occupied.
We represent.
We're beginning to write the first chapter of a new narrative. A narrative that says that people should come before property.
Right.
It ain't got no gold, no silver.
Say it.
Okay? All we got is sweat equity.
That's right.
And we're going to start paying with sweat equity.
Right.
Because sweat equity is money to me.
I had a period with my son where we didn't have our own place. And we used to fill up an air mattress and sleep wherever we could.
The robbers, barons, and bankers have taken everything. The school funding is not meeting the children. You know, none of the programs in the community are being funded.
Well, we're moving in to this house with John tonight to send a message to the banks that these are our communities, these are our homes,
right.
And when we organize and fight, we can take them back.
Up with the people! Those beautiful people! I said down with the banks!
I'm an Air Force veteran, Vietnam era. So what's been going on in the foreclosure crisis does not represent the country that I fought for. Somewhere between 7.3 and 9.3 million children across this country will have been affected by foreclosure. And it is not what I served and fought for my country to do.
What do we want?
Housing justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Housing justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What if that was you born to the left of the tracks? The place where you grow up is infested with rats. The army didn't segregate that. Everybody that could left in a snap and they never looked back. Since they been gone, they ain't invested in jack. Left very few ways for you to generate scratch. Your school is underfunded. Teachers overworked, and when it come to textbooks, you gotta settle for scraps.
Housing is a human right. Now is the time to fight.
We're in a crisis. It's time to start standing up and doing something about it. We've got 800 people a night sleeping on the streets. There's millions of vacants across the country. There's 260,000 in Minnesota, and it's time we put people in these homes, turn them over to community control so that the communities can use them after these banks have been bailed out. They need to help us rebuild our communities, not take people out of them.
Whose house? Our house.
Central is one of the hardest hit neighborhoods in South Minneapolis by the foreclosure crisis. This is just blocks from Bobby Hull's house, who really helped us kick off this whole movement.
We are the people.
Right.
We are the city. We are the government. And this is our neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
And these are our houses.
Right on.
And I don't know who the bank is.
Yes,
but
sir.
you know, we got done playing Monopoly. And the bank took all the money. And they took all the land.
Here in the metro area, we've figured out there's at least 15,000 homes vacant in Minneapolis. There's a lot of community organizations here in the metro area. What these banks could do is turn over these vacant homes to a community organization and let them get homeless people like myself and my family now into one of these homes.
From the beginning, we discussed in Occupy Homes, how do we win more than one house? You know, we can win one at a time in a family versus a bank, but if we win one house, you know, we lose 9 homes in Minneapolis every single day. The foreclosure and eviction free zone is an attempt to do a community renegotiation. So everyone in the neighborhood deserves the right to have their mortgages rewritten to today's value. If you add up the negative equity in Powderhorn and Central neighborhood, it's $52 million. And so that's $52 million that the community is repaying Wall Street banks. Vacant houses everywhere. The school I work in has a 10% homeless rate right now. And so for me, the vacant homes makes a lot of sense, that this is a way we can start to control our own housing.